What's going on? It's your boy Al the Electrician, and I'm back with another one. And it is finally here, y'all. It is the big day, election day. I know a lot of people, about half, if not a little bit more than half, give or take, have already done their voting. But today is the real day. Today we decide, election day, the voters decide who is the president of the United States of America from 2004 to 2008. I'm sorry, wow, to 2024 through 2028. All right, I'm showing my age here, guys. Yeah, so I just want to lay out my final case and my final case before I vote. Okay, I'm also going to be laying out the case in other videos and all of that after the election and everything. But but this is the final case before I go vote, and I actually took the day off from work to go and vote, and I believe that that day today is that important. I believe that today is that important, and I believe that pretty much everybody should have the day off for election day to make a good, well informed, time thought out, processed decision of who is going to be to not only be our next president, but also there's very important questions that are on the ballot. Basically, whether or not we want to make abortion a constitutional right and all of that, which I don't think so. I think that all people should have the right to life, whether they're born or unborn. Um, there's a lot of talk about women's rights. Women don't have not one right that men don't have. Matter of fact, if you do live in a state that does allow abortion, which I live in, Maryland allows abortion anyway, regardless of regardless if it's a right or not, regardless of Roe versus Wade or not, Maryland allows abortion. So you don't have to worry about that here. But if I have a child, God forbid, if my wife ever goes rogue and wants to abort the baby, I have zero rights in that regard. I don't have any say. She can do what she wants. It's her body, her choice, according to the state of Maryland. And I just had to mourn the loss of a child. Okay. Now I understand the medical arguments and all of that, but and guess what? Trump also agrees with all of the medical exceptions. So we don't have any disagreement on that note as far as the candidate that I support, and I am supporting Trump. And but yeah, so with that, it's not even close when you look at women's rights. I'm not going to vote for a candidate that's going to allow men to follow my wife into the bathroom. I'm not going to allow to myself to vote for a candidate that's going to allow men to walk in the bathroom behind my mother, behind my sister, behind my future daughters if God ever gives me a daughter. I'm just not down for it. I don't want any man sitting there bulldozing my daughter over, playing a sport in school or whatever the case may be. I don't want teachers sitting there pushing uh, sexual perverse education classes to my child. I don't want gay pornographic books being read to my little child when they should be learning mathematics and English and arithmetic and history, not sexually explicit perverse things. Uh, I'm just not with none of the degeneracy. I don't want a mega stallion at my president's speeches. I don't want a president of mine that endorses artist that talks about horrible things like Glorilla. I don't want a president that's going to have Cardi B, who openly admits that she used to date rape, slip date rape drugs into men's drinks, get them drunk, uh, and passed out and sedated and robbed them. God forbid if Trump ever did that to a woman, it would be over. Okay. I don't want the politicalization of the justice system to be used as a lawfare against the political ops. I live in the United States of America, not communist Soviet Union, Russia, or banana republic in a third world country. So I want to have free and fair elections. I don't want to go out and arrest the political ops. Um, there's just so I could just go on and on and on for hours talking about all the different things why I fell away from the Democrat Party and why I'm voting for the Republican nominee, Donald Trump. Um, I'm not voting on based off of the identity politics anymore. I did that with Obama. I'm through with that now. I got it out my system. We saw the first black president. Whoopee. Congratulations. Great thing for black history. And I got to see history made. But right now, I got to see bills paid. All right. So yeah, we're laser focused on finances, on family. Things have gotten so much more expensive. So now I thought that I was making it ahead when it turns out take another half step back because bam, prices are up anywhere from 20 to 30% on the average items. Okay, um, so yeah, so you know there's just a lot. The economy's on the line. Women's rights is on the line, and they will tell you they got the women's rights, but we have the better women's rights. They're fighting to kill their children. We're fighting for life and to protect our women from getting beat down by men in the ring, from getting bulldozed over by men in public sports, and for getting followed by men by perverts and weirdos that want to follow women into the bathroom because they identify as a woman. The hypocrisy of that. They want to protect women's rights, but can't even tell you what a woman is. So yeah, there's a lot of that, and I'm just done with the cuckoo for cuckoo puffs. We're done with the demonic agenda. We're done with all these celebrities endorsements who popped up on Diddy parties. We're done with that. And I hope that the American people are. I hope that you vote no against question one. We do not have to have convenience abortions for the promiscuity of women. And as men, we also have to maintain sexual discipline as well. Um, but at least I would say that we don't have any rights, and our only right is to vote. So I vote against sexual promiscuity as a whole, and we won't have to worry about these convenience abortions. Then we'll only have to have actual medical uh, necessities, medical emergency reasons for that, which will get rid of 90% arguably 99% of abortions, which are done for convenience reasons. Let's be real. The men lie, numbers lie. I mean, men lie, women lie, but the numbers don't lie. And when asked, what's the reason for the abortion? And it's not reproductive rights. They always want to lie to you. It's not reproductive rights. Nobody's saying you don't have the right to reproduce. It's all about abortion. It's the right to kill the reproduced person. So yeah, don't let them lie to you. Don't let them tell those demonic lies and all that and deceive you. All right, so I'm gonna end it with that. Just be informed. One of the things that I had to work on is learning out who these judges are. So I definitely got to look into that about who these judges are. But 9 times out of 10, Baltimore's a pretty liberal place. There's like a lot of judges who I don't know. Basically, if most of these judges are all liberal, and which can be a good and a bad thing because liberals tend to be softer on crime. That can help you out if you do get into jams. Uh, things that have happened, I'm sure, probably to a lot of people, if not most. And these judges are softer. They let you go a little bit easier. But that could be a bad thing for the most serious criminals. So it's something that a lot of research that you got to do. but definitely do your research, and God bless. Trump 2024.